This video is my impartial and unpaid review of the OTOFIX D1 Diagnostics machine. I previously did a small video introducing this one, and so this is the real thing. Hope you enjoy it. I'm sorry it's a bit long and drawn out, but I had to do it. Hi, welcome back to Shoestring Motoring, and this is just like a small short promotional video for a video that I'm putting together. I've been sent another diagnostic tool to look at. It's OTOFIX, which you might not think you've heard of, but it's connected to AUTEL. Here it is. It's a Bluetooth one again. Here's your little Bluetooth dongle, and here's the actual screen, which is quite small really. Got it plugged in my Vauxhall swimming pool just for a quick look. Here it is on. Take the protection off so we can actually see it. I have already uploaded all the information because when you get these things, they're all out of date. I don't know how long they've been sat around. As you can see, it's all working. It's come up with a new update. It's actually updating the actual dongle itself because I didn't have it plugged in before. So I won't bore you with it, but let's it do its thing and then come back. Okay, it's done its upgrades. Let's have a look if it comes up with anything. Oh, we've got to pick the vehicle, have we? Pick Vauxhall. I'm just going to load the program. Let's have an automatic selection. See if it will acquire the VIN automatically. If you remember, my other system would not. Okay, well it seems like it has. Spoke too soon, Don. So what else can you do? Put in the year. Tigra. Let's have a look. Diagnostics. Auto scan. Now there's no trouble light shown. Now we know, if you've been following me, there is lots of trouble with the roof and the boot, but let's see if it comes up with anything else. No fault on the engine, ABS, ESP. No fault, electronic power steering. No fault, instrumentation. Thinking about it. See it communicating. No fault, airbags. No fault, body control module. 4 faults. Electro-hydraulic hardtop. 4 faults. Oh, this is amazing because my other scanner didn't even read the roof. Okay. So we've got body control. Trouble codes. Power sounder malfunction. Comfort closing low voltage or open circuit acceleration sensor malfunction. I'll try and erase them. They're not going to go away, I don't think, but we'll play the game. Okay, trouble code is not connected. It says it's reading them again. Ah, it doesn't show them. They've cleared apparently. Oh no, there's the roof. Let's read that one. Trouble code. Left trunk lid closed, contact switch circuit open. Left trunk lid locked, contact switch circuit open. Left trunk lid unlocked, contact open. Left trunk, so problem with the left thing, whereas left trunk lock, which is weird. I've changed it actually. Has it erased them? No. Because it can't. Okay. ECU information. So that's all the details on the ECU, active test. Left trunk lid. The one it says is not working properly. Inactive, inactive. Because it's in, it says lock, unlock. Maybe you can operate it. Let's try inactive, unlock. Inactive, so I'm guessing that can't do that. What's this trunk lid test then? Rear trunk lid closed. Da 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 da. Okay, let's see if we can open it via this. It's actually changed. If you see there, active, active. And the trunk hasn't actually opened. Close. Right, it says rear trunk lock closed, active. Rear trunk lock closed, switch active. Trunk lid contact inactive. Trunk lid hall sensor inactive. See if they change. Active, active. Everything else is inactive. Relay, relay. valve, trunk lid status inactive. Okay, stop. So the switch seems to stay active no matter what. What happens if I operate the switch on my door? Nothing. Okay, it's interesting because that was just the left trunk, rear trunk lid motor test. Turn signal test, ultrasound module, what's that? Anti-theft warning system disabled. Enable. Enabled. Disabled. Okie doke. Turn signal test. On. I don't know if it's turned them on or not. Oh, I don't know what that does. Because they're not on. They are now when I switch them on myself. Ah. Oh, it just flashes them once. Passenger power window. Open. Oh wow. Close. Driver's window is open. I wonder what that'll do. Passenger window, driver power window, which is open at the moment. Close. Yep, squeaky weather strip, but this did it on its own. We can open it again, please. Driver's window, open. Okay. I want it open. Trunk lid test. Did we do this? I'm losing my brain. Yeah. I don't think it will open. No, it's sending the signals, but obviously there's a problem. I like this active test, I really do. What does the parcel shelf test do? It's making a noise. Rear trunk lock. Control switch trunk lid contact inactive. So it's in coupe mode, so if we put it in the up mode then, is that in convertible mode? No. lots of noise. Driver side, warning buzzer test, what does that do? I suppose it turns on the warning buzzer. Yep. Passenger side comfort closing. Please open the window completely. So I've opened the window. And it has closed it. So that works. So I don't know what all the rear trunk lid motor tests and things done. I've never had the Diagnostics able to do this. So say unlock. So can we unlock? It says it's locked, active. So if we unlock it, wow. Inactive. Right, unlocked is active. Lock. And now the locked is active. So it actually locked and unlocked the boot. So we proved that. Trunk lid test, but it wouldn't open, would it? I know I'm going over the same things, I just would love it to open. It changes status like it's trying to do it. Doesn't work though. Okay. Right lid trunk, because all the faults said left. So locked is active. Right, unlock. Trunk lid contact unlocked, active. So the right side is working. Just locking it again. So that was the right, and the left won't, will it? Right, it's saying it's neither locked or unlocked, it's inactive. So it seems like there's no communication to the left-hand lock. So that would imply a wiring issue, I think. That's pretty cool. This has got to be the most detailed diagnostics tool I've ever used. And the one I bought, the top-down one, which I showed, costs way more than this one, so a little bit annoying. So what else will it do? We've looked at trouble code, we've looked at active tests, live data. I was intending this to be a short video, but I'm intrigued now. I've set it on live data. It says battery voltage. Assume you can check all of these things in. Hard top open sensor, hard top close sensor. Trunk lid open. What do these do then? Information. just says inactive. So basically this is looking at how things are now, I guess. Clicked on battery voltage. Aha. It says 11.9 volts. It's cool. So go back. Oh, come on. So what's this? Negative switch battery voltage. Some of them you can show a graph and not that one. Take that off. Hard top open. Nope. Trunk lid open. Or maybe because it says active or inactive, so what's this then? No. Oh dear. Right. So there's information on the bottom. So I've got hard top open, trunk lid open, and partition wall, and left hard top lock switch. So it says show selected. Yeah. What do you do now? Oh, you can record what they're doing in the graph. There is no data. Graph mode, there is no data. To the top. Setting. I think that you have to make them work. Obviously it doesn't work, so it's not possible. Okay. This is live data that I can't look at, so is there something I can look at? The roof doesn't work. Parking brake status. Active, inactive, active, okay. Yeah, so this is just showing live data. Pretty cool. This is the main menu. We were in the diagnostics, battery test. There is a diagnostic test running. Click OK to display the test. What test? Oh, we come out of that. Because we're not doing that anymore. It still says it is. Hydraulic hardtop faults. There are no other faults. Okay. Quick erase again. Of course it's not going to, only temporarily. No, 3 faults. Okay, what else have we got on here? What's this? Exit. Okie doke. Maybe we didn't want to do that. Let's try battery test. In vehicle. Please connect the battery. Oh, I haven't got one. You must have to have a special tool to connect to the battery, a BT506. Nuts. I haven't got one. No, I've just got the tool down there. I don't have the battery box. Never mind. So I didn't know about that. What else have they got? Service. Oil reset. Electric parking brake, which I don't have. Tyre pressure monitoring, I don't have that. Battery, brake bleed. Steering, immobilizing keys. Window roof. What's that? What is that? It's probably going to tell me exactly what the other one did. 2009 is the earliest one it'll do. No. So it's not supporting this vehicle. This is registered as a, it says 2009, it's 2008. And the function's not there, so it's not for this car. No. So the service function, be quiet. What is a VCI manager? Connected. Tap to connect or disconnect. That's the dongle. Update, we got any updates? Apparently we do. Those. But I'm not going to do it at the moment. Data manager. Vehicle history, report, PDF. Yeah, these are good. This where you can record things. You can send yourself emails with all the information, like if you were a business. Maxi viewer, what does that do? Does it make the picture bigger or something? Oh, this is where I had it. I don't remember plugging it into my Monday, maybe I did. So it's got the memory. It also just does EOBD, so it's like a generic auto scan. Because I haven't specified voxel, will it come up with the same things? I'll pause while it... Seems like the generic one is not... It was not finding anything. Key on, engine off. Yeah, I've done that already. It determined it was an Opel, or what it thinks is an Opel. And it's come up with a VIN number. But it hasn't come up with any faults, I don't think. No. No, so if you want to do it, you do it with the proper model. Yes. And you can pick American models, European models, Asian models, Chinese models. What's on Chinese models, just for fun? Photon signs, whole load. Never heard of them. Oh, Leafan, Maxus, LDV, Borgwood, Zotti, Jack, Geely, Emgran, Brilliance, Great Wall. Oh, there you go. A load of Chinese models. Asian models. Daewoo, Hino, Mahindra, Indian. Tata, Sanyong, which is Korean. Nissan. Oh, right, of course, yeah. Samsung. There's a Samsung car. Isuzu, Azura, Toyota, Genesis, Kia. What about in America? Ford, Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, GM, Chevrolet. History, Vauxhall Tigre. And it even remembers there was 8 fault codes, with 3 of them, well, 4 of them cleared. I think they're both together, they're all to do with the roof anyway. favorites, I didn't add any. All. Videos, it's looking for video. Scan, oh, you can scan the VIN with the camera on this, because this has got a camera. And there's all the controls at the bottom. Home, which we've looked at. Oh, there's more. Oh, I didn't look. Support quick link user feedback. See, AUTEL. Maxi tools, what are they? This function is used to log errors. Okay, we don't want to do that. So that was home. Oh, this is like the apps on the thing. Settings, email, all that. OTOFIX. Camera. How to change the display and the volume. Okay, go away. VCI, that's the, we've already said it's that. And BAS must be this battery tool that I haven't got. VCI update. Again, it's talking to it, it's gone red. It's checking for any updates. Says it's up to date. BAS, make sure your BAS is on and connected to the device. USB. Well, I don't think I have it. And then the car picture, that's just the cars. And this is the special tools, but don't apply to this car. I think a service reset, FRM reset, rain light sensor, reset control unit, sunroof, blah 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 blah, ACC. Can't reset the ECU except on these models, Volkswagen, Bentley, Audi. Worth a go, wasn't it? Transport mode. Compression, cylinder, EGR, VIN, automatic start stop, turbo, suspension, odometer. What does that do? I don't suppose for a minute it'll do it on a Vauxhall. No. So you can do something with the odometer and everything, but not on this one. Nuts. Ford you can, I've got a Ford. Okay. Immobilizer keys. Oil reset. I've got Vauxhall on it. Go to the end, I suppose. Maxus. They don't seem to be in alphabetical order. Maybe if I press Europe. No. Oh, Vauxhall. Establish connection. 2010, 2008. T group B. Will it do it or not? I don't want a diagnosis. Unable to communicate. Ensure there is a green check mark on the VCI logo. There's not. Oh well. I don't get that. Make sure the BAS again. Are you talking? Yeah. Okay, it's connected, so let's go back to that again. Because mine has a service light. We can't see it now, but when you first turn the key on, it says service, which I have done. Come on. I will pause. Oh no. Trouble code. Methinks this is not an oil reset. Trouble code's not detected. So what happened to the oil reset then? I wanted to... Okay, well, it doesn't seem to do anything, sadly. So I can't do that. After treatment, throttle, windows, seats, injectors. They say they're all on here on this menu. Let's pick your car. BAS, whatever a BAS is, I don't have it, I'm sure. The VCI is connected, which is that. The BAS, it's got to be the battery connector. BAS, because when I wanted to do a battery test, where was that? It wasn't in there, it was home. Battery test. Battery reset. Press here to scan and obtain the license plate number. Press here to obtain the VIN. Select a value, so it's like a battery test. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Just seeing what it will do. So as if you want to stop it. Please connect the BT506. BT506. So I don't know if that's this or not. What is it? What is the BAS? I need to look that up. So, this tool, this OTOFIX, does an awful lot. Look, I don't know what the BAS BT is, so read the instructions on here. This is the quick reference that came with it. And that's a packing list, a main unit, OTOFIX V1, which is the dongles thing, Type C USB, carrying case, packing list. So whatever the BAS is, I don't have it. Insert the V1 into the OBD port, turn it on with a switch, pair it up. When it's connected, you will get this, you will get that. Yes. So I've got everything I'm supposed to have got, but I don't appear to have a BAS BT. I'm going to look it up online and see what it is. because you can record everything onto a micro disc, which I don't have. I don't need it anyway, but in micro SD there's ports in here which I'll open up for you. Break the nails. Ouch, ouch. Maybe I won't open it up. Yes, I will. And you can see it's got the on-off switch there. Then you've got a micro SD if you've got one, and you've got HDMI. I believe that is. No, it isn't. One of them is for charging, and the other one is to hook it to something. USB ports. I assume it's you can take data out of it. So it's got a flashlight power button. Flashlight? Where? I can't see that. Speaker, camera, camera flash. Oh, on the OTOFIX. On the actual dongly. Flashlight. I don't think that's right. That's just a power button. Shows that it's on. Power LED. Yeah. I think it's a bad translation. We're calling that a torch, but it's not. It's just an indicator of power. And this means it's communicating. And when you're updating stuff to that, it all goes red. Hang on, I tell a lie. It's got a... Well, it has got a torch. So I take it all back. Right, you can connect this via Bluetooth, which is I was, or via USB. So that's what the USB port on there is for. So you can actually hardwire this in. So that's useful. So you can do Bluetooth or hardwiring. And it says on it, powered by AUTEL, which is what I said in the beginning. So OTOFIX must be connected in somehow to AUTEL. I don't know about you, but I found this rather interesting. Generally, I bought the Topdon tool, or a similar version to this, which is bigger, and it doesn't seem to have these functions. I couldn't read the roof and trunk, or boot if you're English, on this Vauxhall swimming pool, Tigre B. It didn't do it at all, and I had to get, if you look on Vauxhall forums and things, there's a special program you can get, which I bought, download it, well, it was free, download it to my laptop, and you connect to this and it does all this. But this tool can read it, so I'm pretty impressed. I would say this is the end of the video, but I'm going to, not now because it's getting on a bit, but I'm going to later plug it into my Jeep and my Mondeo and see if it picks up anything with them. Because if you remember, I used a small little telephone connected app, Diagnostics, before, and that picked up the IAC, or the idle air control valve. Has been an issue on my Mondeo, and my expensive tool didn't pick it up. So it'd be interesting to see what the OTOFIX does with that. So bear with me, and as soon as I can, I shall be looking at those two. I haven't got any faults on any of them that I know. Obviously, I have got the fault on this car is the long-standing real pain in the bottom roof and boot, and no diagnostic tool is going to fix it. Obviously, there's a hard problem, Everything seems to agree, which is nice, that it's the left-hand unlocking mechanism. It hasn't got any communication. But it's good that this shows up on this tool, you know, along with all the normal things. Plus it had a load of things you can test, like the windows and bits and pieces and everything else, and my other tool doesn't do that. So for now, I'm impressed. So anyway, the next clips will be a few days later probably, and it'll be of a different car. See you in a minute. Okay, I've powered up the AUTEL and it's plugged into my Mondeo. So we let it all charge up. The one thing I do like about the top down, it's got like a stand on the back so you can put it on your steering wheel, where this hasn't. It's a minor thing, but important as well. So let's see, what will it come up with? Find the European. Which way does it go? Ford, 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 where are you? Ferrari. No, Ford, come on. Yeah, must be here. Ford EU. I'm sure you saw it before I did. Okay, automatic selection, see if it will. Oh, into the VIN. I knew that was a mistake. Manual. What have we got? Where are you? Sorry about this, I've not looked. Mondeo 2.5. It's 2001 to 2006. Yes. Whew. Better be worth it. What are you gonna tell me? So let's mix out the glare. Here's a problem. ROM size, I have no idea. Let's guess. Manual. Was a vehicle built after June? No, it was not. Gasoline. Diagnosis. Hot function. Let's try diagnosis. Auto scan. No, it's found a fault already in the power control module. Now, I didn't know about any faults. The last time I scanned this, I did find, with my little Bluetooth telephone device, the Diag, it did come up with the idle control. And then after that, I checked it with the... Is that all of it? 100%. So what's this fault then? I checked it with my top down and it said it was clear. Air conditioning equipped or not equipped? Equipped. EGR equipped or not equipped? I don't know. Let's say not. Read codes. Key on. Engine off. Okay. Okay. It's doing something. Let's turn the fan on. Fault code's 3. Intake manifold runner control stuck closed. PNP, neutral position switch out of it. Hasn't got a neutral position switch. Intake manifold runner control stuck closed. What is that? Open or grounded circuit. So that's the same as that one. It says 3 codes, but that one and that one are exactly the same. Okay. Erase. Codes have been erased. Okay, what can we do with this car? What's this active test? This is 2001, so it's quite old. I don't imagine it's going to have a huge number of functions that it can do. We will see. I'll tell you that stand would be really useful. Okay, what can it do? Evaporative emission, canister purge, idle control, idle air control, spark advance, output test, fan control, torque converter. I haven't got one. Fan control, high speed. What do you do? Press. I don't know. Does it test them? I don't know. Ah, yeah, so you can do things. Fan control high speed is off. So can I turn it on? Yep. Off. Air conditioning. On. Off. Air conditioning clutch. On. Still says it's off. Pressure. Battery. Brake on, off. What's that do? So you can see the voltage is being used, but I don't see anything happening with my brakes. Clutch pedal switch not depressed, which I have depressed. Clutch pedal neutral. Okay. So it's not really, what else can I do with it? There is a diagnostics test running. Okay, we can get out of that. does that do? Yes. Yeah, things have finished. So basically there's not much you can do with this particular car because it's old, but let's try it again, just see if I've missed something. Fell for that one again, didn't I? Be nice if it would actually pick up the VIN number, but it doesn't. Now I've cleared those faults that it showed, so presumably they're gone. But again, how are you supposed to know this? EC5, ZTEC, EC5, EC5, I don't know. What is the ROM size of your ECU? Is there a way of knowing? Again, I'll just guess one, but manual car, no. Gasoline, hot functions, what's hot functions? Brake bleed, immobilizer keys, throttle, headlamp, odometer. I don't think this can do anything on this car, but we will see. I would say not. Oh, maybe. We're not in kilometers. Right, it says that it's 195,664, 1.3 kilometers. Well, I've got 121565 miles. So it can, obviously it's reading it, but it's reading it in kilometers for some reason. Okay, what else? Headlamps. Headlamp alignment, I don't want to mess with that. Throttle. And we don't want to mess with that either. Immobilizer keys, don't want to mess with that. Okay, so they're hot functions. So, what's vehicle profile? Basically what I put in there, Mondeo 2.5, Duratec 2001, 2006. Service, what will that do? Body, chassis, electrical, body. So it's offering security. Anti-theft. Ignition key arrays, ignition key programming. Right, we don't want any of that because that will... that would be very annoying. I don't want to do that. No. It's like I thought really, because this car is so old, it's unlikely it's going to have many functions. But it did show there was a fault. Let's see if we can... it still wants to mess around with the key. We don't want to do that, thank you. want to do it at all, so we're not going to do it. In case you're interested, it's another lovely rainy day here in sunny Hampshire. There's the old swimming pool. And there's the horrible weather. I've actually just restarted this and it actually found the VIN number. I didn't read on the bottom, it's my mistake. What I should have done is say where it had a blank screen for VIN. I thought you had to put it in yourself, but it will actually find it. And what read does. And I didn't pick, okay, I didn't pick Ford Europe, I just picked Ford this time. So now he's going to break down. Let's take this off because it's really, really glaring and annoying. Better. Okay, so it's found this information itself. Manual, ignition, electronic, gasoline, and the VIN number. Is that your car? Yes. So I must apologise for my first attempt when I was doing it all manually. Actually, it is working automatically. But it's come back to the same menu, I think. It's doing something on the dash. That's not me. And then we've got this feature again. So let's do diagnosis. So it should, in theory, what's control unit? And that's where you pick things yourself. Left-hand drive, right-hand drive. Okay, we don't need that, so let's do auto scan. It's exactly what I did before. It's come up with still come up with one fault. And I haven't run the car, as you are a witness. Okay, what is it? Air conditioning, yes. EGR, don't know. I'm going to say yes this time. Read codes. Key on, engine off. Running the fan again, which seems to like to do. Okay, check all the system. Check of all systems is not complete. Same thing, P1000, okay, well, search then. So it's searching for the codes in Google, is it? OBD P1000 reset. Okay. Basically saying that it hasn't checked everything, so let's... Possible causes. The vehicle is new from the factory. The battery has been disconnected. OBD monitor failure occurred. The only way it can be cleared is when all of the OBD diagnostic monitors have been successfully completed. Okay. what can we do then? So let's do key on engine running. Press and release the brake pedal. Turn the steering 1/2 turn and release. Cycle the overdrive cancel switch, I haven't got one. Okay, now it's come up with 7 codes. Throttle pedal sensor, circuit range, IAC, which I've changed. Check of all systems has not been done. Engine coolant temperature sensor out of read codes. Well, that's because it's cold, I would imagine. IMRC, intake manifold runner control, stuck closed. Another solenoid. Okay, well, I don't know what that is. So it's come down to 2 things. The P1000, which basically says it hasn't checked everything since its last memory clear. And CMDTC's, the IMRC intake manifold runner control is stuck closed, which I'm guessing is the only real one. And it wants to update. I'm reading live data now, and it says it hasn't got any codes. It's got the fuel system in there. You can have a look at these things. Engine temperature, short-term fuel, -3, -6. And bank 1 long-term, -3, -3. Presume the perfect thing would be 0. Engine RPM 782, 769, hunting around a little bit. Ignition timing 18 degrees, 18.5, so it's about 18 all the time. Intake air temperature 19, throttle position. So when you put it in live data, there's quite a few things you can look at. Distance from when the mill was activated is 0. Oxygen sensor 0.06 or half a volt or so that's okay. Short-term fuel 99.2, which is obviously 100 should be perfect. That's not bad. Oxygen sensor 0.83 again. Short-term fuel. Don't see any. What's this? Fuel system B. Now you can do a map. So let's have a look. Let's go, for instance, engine RPM. Show me. I think I've touched something. Yep. Okay, I'm back. I wanted to show a map or something. What does it do? Setting, what does that do? Recording time, okay. Graph. You need 2 digitals. Show selected then. As a graph. Just a flat line, so it's basically constant. Right, that's where I was. Mode 1 powertrain. Let's see. Mode 6. See what's on that. I'm not sure all vehicles have all these possibilities, but we will see. If you can do live data, you can zero in on something. Right, what we've got here, onboard monitor. Voltage amplitude, bank 1 sensor 1, bank 2 sensor 1. Exhaust gas sensor. Okay, misfire rate and type. None. It's got all the cylinders, so it's 6-cylinder. None, none, none. Highest misfire 0. Okay, so nothing there. Mode 9. Turn key on with engine off. Okay. I haven't tried any of these. Oh, here we go. It's the VIN number and everything else. It doesn't do anything. So the mode 6 is onboard test results. Mode 1 is powertrain data, which we were on in the beginning. Which is fuel state. Obviously, it's not running at the moment, so let's start it. Don't know what fuel system A will do. Let's have a look. Value CL. Well, that didn't tell me a lot. Fuel system B. I don't think it. You have to look for the one that says where there's a range. So get rid of that. Short-term fuel. Bank 1. Short-term fuel. Bank 2. Let's have a look at that. So it's got them both together. 1%, 2%. If you look, they're changing slightly, but pretty constant. We've got there long term. Let's get rid of the short term ones, go to the long term ones. Wow, that really is a flat line. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but this is just for showing, really. So other than this weird system it came up with, what's this OBD test mode? Body, chassis, powertrain. What did it say? It was on the powertrain, didn't it? Fuel economy test, that's interesting. Okay, go ahead. Fuel grade, what's in it at the moment? Middle, I guess. Yeah, 10%. Miles per gallon. Oh, you obviously have to run this over a period, average miles a gallon, instant miles per gallon. I don't think it's going to show anything. Unlikely, so what else will it do then? Not really interested in the economy. OBD test modes. Oh, we've done that. That's where we found that. Okay. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to get very much further with the Mondeo. I mean, it's telling me I've got an intake manifold runner control stuck closed, which I didn't know about. This is the car that keeps giving. But with when you're running through the basic online thing, it's not showing any misfire. The fuel level seems about normal. It doesn't have all the same functions about operating the windows and things like that, but I think that's because the car is 2001. Still, when I last did a scan with my top on, it didn't show anything. So that leads me to quickly check it with my top on while I've got it in the old Tigris. So I'm going to do that. I won't bore you with plugging it all in. I'll plug it in and see if I receive the same information. So let's have a look. Right, I've plugged the top down tool in, the Phoenix, and it's come up with the same conclusion. The IMRC, the intake manifold runner, is stuck closed. It's also come up with similar codes that I got on the OTOFIX, which said that tests hadn't been completed. How you're supposed to fix that, I don't know. Onboard diagnostics readiness is incomplete. Power control module out of test range. So it came up with those 4. The OTOFIX came up with a couple, but the bottom line is the same one that's important. So let's go out. I don't know if we can clear these. Clear. Right, it says they're clear. Of course, it's going to recheck. These testers do like running the fan. Okie doke, it's come up with the same thing. So obviously this IMRC valve must be for real because it's not going away. What is retrieve CMDTs? Same old thing. Onboard diagnostics incomplete. Whose fault's that? Okay. Enough of the Mondeo. Yeah, because I've gone back and it's come up with the same thing. Readiness test incomplete. Strange, isn't it? It's doing the testing. I don't think there are any special functions. Anti-theft system, fuel economy, nah. Okie doke, it's the same, basically the same result with the other one, so that's good because it means I didn't waste my money on this one. Let me see if my Jeep will start. We can see if there's any hidden things with that. Hello, it's been a few days since I was testing this OTOFIX because work has been crazy. But now what I've done is I've connected it to my Jeep Grand Cherokee. If you have been following me, and I hope you have, in a previous video I did a diagnostics on this, and it turned up that there was an issue with the stereo but no other issues. So I thought I'd have a go with the OTOFIX and see if it comes up with any other surprises, like the surprise with that error in my Mondeo. So anyway, let's get it logged on and have a look. Strangely, I've had an issue with this. It couldn't scan using the Jeep interface for some reason. It suggested using the Chrysler. I used the Chrysler, it wouldn't pick up the VIN number automatically as it wouldn't in the Jeep. So it's now doing it via Chrysler, so we'll see what it comes up with. It's doing its scan now. It's found some faults. So let it continue. Okay, the only faults that I knew of is the auto changer in the radio doesn't work, which is hardly life-threatening. And I've had issues with the electric windows. I've fixed the passenger one. The left-hand rear works so slowly, but anyway, it gets stuck down. And the right-hand rear doesn't do anything at all. I've just bought new assemblies for those, so I'll be looking at them. But I don't know of any other issues, so it'll be interesting to see what it thinks it's got. Oh, hang on, it says turn on the radio. Okay. It's rather thorough, whatever it is. And it has found a fault on the stereo, but like I say, I already know the auto changer. Oh my goodness. Right, it's showing a whole slew of things. Body controller, 2 faults. Read the codes. Driver's door module message not received. I don't think that's very serious. Automatic temperature control. Well, the AC doesn't work. Let's have a look. Passenger blend door range too large. I think this is a common thing. You can hear it sometimes, but anyway, the heater and everything works fine. What else we got? ABS. Nothing wrong with the brakes I know of. Cluster fault. Again, what's that? Test? No, I don't think there's anything wrong with the actual brakes. And the radio. I did change the battery recently, and sometimes that causes things. CD changer failure. Oh, I knew about that because I said at the beginning. So let's see. See if we can erase everything. In theory, should end up with just the radio because that's the only thing that's for real that I know. Again, this Jeep is $19.99, so I had a look at special function menu, but it doesn't really have much for this. Radio, automatic loudness, so nothing exciting. Let me just read the codes again. I did a clearance and they all said they were clear, so we'll just try it again. No faults detected. Excellent. I've gone into live data now, and even though this is $19.99, there's an awful lot of things it can check. If you have a look. You have to wait a little bit while it goes through. It's really cool for diagnostics, like here, fuel pump relay on, because the car's running, of course. Whether the torque converter's locked or unlocked, unlocked. Transmission relay on. A lot of things you wouldn't even think about. Oil pressure switch closed. Fuel system bank. It's only got one bank. Closed loop. Vehicle theft status seen. Fuel shut off none. Governor pressure cycle. This is all transmission. Actual governing pressure. Well, we're not running, so there'll be no output. Shaft speed. Fuel level sensor voltage. Fuel percent 67. Spark advanced 12 degrees. IAC, normal, 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 normal. Voltage sensor 13.6. Oil pressure, voltage. Oil pressure, PSI 148. Excellent. Catalytic converter temperature. I've never seen half of these things. Coolant temperature, well, it's, we go 94 degrees. Oxygen sensor level. Yeah, it's just checking them. Going through, it's got more than one. Injector pulse 3.9. Time since run start 3 minutes and 64. Idle 664 RPM. Camshaft position, my God, it's got everything. It had other things. Let's have a look. That was the engine control. That's what the transfer case module says. Can't communicate, okay. Final drive, all-wheel drive. Can't communicate. Transmission. Pick any of these things, you can get more information. Whoops. Get a graph. That's throttle position, and it's flat line. Means it's okay. Get rid of that. Crankshaft position, sensor. Okay, it's live data. And you can also save the information and record it. There's also an active test mode. You can test fuel injectors, coil, on a 3 or 4 cylinder. 2.5, coil. Always coil for 6 cylinder. Coil 3, coil 1. This is, it's got more than one coil. That's stupid. Well, let's test coil 1 then. Again, a lot of information. See if you've got a faulty coil pack. It says you can't have your engine running for the coil test, so let's get that off. Okay, and it's got coil 1. Voltage 455. Nothing red, that's a good. Right, fuel injector number 1. Just for examples. Yeah, I don't think it supports it because it just comes to this generic live data. Various things. Let's see what it says. Fuel status. The engine must not be running. It's strange. I would have thought it should be running. Open loop. So is that what's going to tell me? Actuator. Actuator is running. I don't know what it's doing. But it didn't come out with any errors anyway. Try a different one. it just kicks out into the generic. Anyway, it's very surprising that this diagnostic AUTEL can pick up all these things. And let's say it's 1999 Jeep, you wouldn't expect much. I mean, besides the fact it wouldn't detect anything under the prefix Jeep, it had to use Chrysler. And I've seen this before. I remember speaking to AUTEL years ago with my more basic diagnostics, and they said Chrysler Jeep are renowned for not relieving data so that third-party companies can integrate it. So anyway, I'm quite impressed. It's shown a whole load of things. Let's say on this particular car, I changed the battery recently, and you need to bear that in mind on a lot of cars. It causes a load of issues to show up and that are not necessarily real, so it pays you to look at them, see what they are. I mean, in this case it said that there was a display module and a door module and some other things, but when they were reset they all went away. The only thing that's for real on this car is the auto changer doesn't work. It's physically broken, and it picked that up, but it picked up a lot more information than my other diagnostics machines, and there's quite a big selection of things you can look at. So anyway, in short, I'm quite impressed with this AUTEFIX. I like the size of it and everything. In fact, the only thing that I would say is that I wish it had some kind of a clip on the back so that you can sort of rest it on your steering wheel or something, because it's, I mean, luckily, because of the shape of this, it fits on here, but it would be nice if it would go over the top of the steering wheel or something, because you don't want to keep holding it. That's the only thing there. Yeah, basically the only fault I can find with this is that the little clip to hold it onto the steering wheel, something like that would be useful. It's got more functionality than my more expensive tool I bought recently, which is annoying. I'm very impressed with what it's shown. It's easy to use, picked up everything. Anyway, if you found this video interesting, which I'm sure you did, please consider subscribing. It's free. Like and share. Any comments, if you look in the description to the video down below, there's an email address of mine. If you don't want to put comments in public, you can contact me directly. I will be back soon with a load more things. So in the meantime, have fun.